Yep, that's right. No need to squint your eyes because this is real life. I've made it to the quarterfinals and this my prize? I get to script and write and spit some shite for another Bristol guy? Well, Henry, you can wish goodbye to Mr. Nice and say hello to Mr. Hyde. See, I'm taking off whereas you've missed your flight. You ain't turned up to a pistol fight with a knife. This shit's more like you've turned up with a Nerf gun to a missile fight. You've got no presents like a house at Christmas time after the Grinch arrived, yet you carry yourself like a goat. You must be taking a piss, my guy. Yeah, you're a goat. Only it's a sacrificial type, so you might as well forfeit simply for your sake. The last time I saw a pussy this wet was during foreplay. Is this gonna be like a walk in the park for me? Of course, mate. I was given the win in the last battle by 4 respected, talented battlers. And Sean Cray. And this is going to be no different, I'm sorry. And honestly, your dad should have been equipped with a Johnny. You look like what would come out if Harry Potter fucked Dobby. It's like someone puts a 40-year-old's head on a 14-year-old's body. Like, how the fuck are you expecting to go far in the rap game, G, when you're in your 20s, yet you look like someone's dad named Keith? See, I got this far in the tournament because I actually bodied guys, so don't think you're in the quarterfinals because people have respected what you write or that you've been dropping rhymes that are proper nice. Your first opponent uploaded only half a battle and got disqualified, and your second opponent spat a bar that so badly crossed the line that even the judges were saying that he should apologise. And you know the thing with that, which is so mad to believe? Even though that bar he spat was actually peak and he managed to anger the scene and show what a twat he can be, you still didn't manage to get the judge's decision unanimously. Time.
Before my round begins, I found this thing on Mac's iCloud, I think, called Round 1, Take 1006.
Action. Cut.
Of course he still chokes. Do you really think that he changed? One 90-second round could take him up to 3 days. His mum comes in to cuddle him if he fucks up between takes and she says, "Go get him, Tiger, be brave." Nah. Behave, because that might work until the semis. What you write's improved, but you're forgetting one thing, and I'm reminding you, the final will be streamed. That's live, my dude. Oh shit, Mac thought he was hot till he started choking. He got coronavirus too. So it's Mac, Sherry, and Henry? Man, I'm astonished. This battle here is your rap career, amounting to nothing. You filmed your rounds in front of a wardrobe. I doubt that's subconscious. It's 2020, Mac. The time is now to be honest, just come out of the closet. I feel bad for clashing this creature. You're a nice guy, I'd be happy to meet you. But this is a rap battle, so what I practice and preach has to be even. And to get Sean Cray's vote, being aggy and evil is just standard procedure, so if I ever happen to see you, I'll bottle sherry like a man on the streets of Andalusia. That one's a creeper. You wanna know what rhymes with Mac Sherry? Everywhere he goes, he got a spare pair of pants ready. It's been established that this massive twat doesn't actually deserve this. Mac is shook, just have a look and scratch beneath the surface. Cause now there's not a crowd around, Mac's swagger is in surplus. This ain't the same Mac Sherry we saw harassed by Mickey Worthless. I guess it's just in person his anxiety will worsen. If this clash was in a venue, it's a fact that you'd be nervous. So don't say you're ahead of me, cause that don't serve a purpose. You're only dropping tears when this knobhead here is battling in person.
Wow, nice cutscene, bro. Did you use yogurt for vomit? That was very great. And I'll take it that was me that you were trying to pretend to play? Even had your little girlfriend behind the camera, or maybe it was your sister, or I don't know, whatever, mate. Knowing you, your girlfriend and sister are probably the same person anyway. Christ, even compared to me, you look so small and tiny. Could you imagine if he ever tried to brawl or fight me? Do you think him winning would ever at all be likely? Bro, I bet the first time you tried vaping, you fucking pulled a whitey. If you even think a single judge is giving you even one decision, then you must be tripping. Trying to bring up my past battle history, how I'd always forget the stuff I've written and all of the antics and how I was always such a victim, so you probably thought this was going to be easy. And now you just realise that it fucking isn't, because that old McSherry's dead. He's no longer amongst the living. You've only got this far because of pure luck, and now that can't even save you. You're fucked. In the first round, you took the piss with a time limit. Maybe in the second, don't be like half an hour long. You give me the impression it's been a while since you've turned a shower on. You look like someone I could easily one-arm powerbomb. You come across as someone that loves dogs, but more in a sort of way that's frowned upon. Shit, I would have rather battled Tech. At least he's a natural rapper. It's a shame he only sent in 1 round, so now I have to clash her. Why couldn't I have at least got someone that I take seriously as a battler? Because I never wanted this prick like an anti-vaxxer. And on that note, you won't even need the vaccine. There's no way Henry's going to be showing symptoms of any COVID in him, seeing as his fucking face and hairline are even trying to social distance. See, it's over for you, Henry. I've just stuck a knife in your heart. And now I can't wait for it to be the semi-finals at last. Whether it's Zayn or Red Flag, I am not asked. You'll still get to see me get rid of a foreigner like I'm Nigel Farage. And that's time.
So I got no presents like on Christmas night when the Grinch arrives? Shit, that's tight. And I'm the goat? But the sacrificial type? Killer line, I mean, you remind me of Charlie Clips. If he was thin and white, but you should be called Charlie. Because if you think you're winning, then you're sniffing lines, and once this clip's online, you'll only be known as the kid that bites. I mean, Jesus Christ. The best thing that I can say about the shit he writes is it rhymes. And yeah, I do look old as hell. Shit can get pretty rough, I mean... Actually, there's nothing I can think of, because you're 26 and still can't form a little chin fluff. He gets ID'd by customers when pouring drinks in his pub. He's such a fucking nervous searching, crawling through existence. Every battle, Mac will travel more than just a distance. To choke in every round, this clown is poor and inconsistent. 6 years of this shit, can't fault his sheer persistence. But Mac, you only live once. You ought to quit and give up, because you've been burning through your 20s like a baller in a strip club. I thought I'd do some research while writing for this knot. So I went to his socials, you know, Instagram and TikTok. Saw that he recently brought home a big dog. Wait.
Mac.
He's
pissed.
Yeah. I got this whole thing wrong. That's a sheep. You bought a sheep. You absolute big mong. I can't believe you did that. You actually bought a sheep that you keep in your cheap flat. Do you give it food while reading the schemes you wrote for me, Mac? Then stick your fingers down its throat like, give me your feedback. This man will go to desperate lengths to get some friends. Humans don't seem to suit him. What's next? A hen? And mentioning dead rappers, chasing the clout, is something you should never do, I'll say without doubt. So after this battle, once I've nailed these rounds, I promise, Max Sherry, I'll keep your name out my mouth.
Sean Cray, I watched Henry versus Max Sherry. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was pretty even. They're pretty level. I felt like every joke or angle I heard in that battle I've heard before, or it's been said before. It's a done joke or whatever. It's like, oh, you're in front of a closet. Shouldn't you be in it? And like all these kind of things that was actually a Henry one, but they were mainly Max Sherry ones. And yeah, so I wasn't really impressed with like the humour side of it. So you kind of just judging it on the bars, and there wasn't any. Like it was literally 0-0 on bars. So beyond that, you're kind of looking at performance, and yeah, Max Sherry's like really rigid, isn't he? Henry had that bit at the start, actually, to be fair, where he was saying about, oh yeah, you must have recorded this 1,000 times and all this. That was the one original thing that I've heard, like, unless other people have said that before and I've just missed it. But yeah, I think Max Sherry's jokes were so broad and done out. Like they've all been said a million times before. They're all over the internet. Fucking Google them. And then Henry's were like a bit more specific towards Max Sherry, and for that reason, I'll probably just give it to him.
Okay, so Max Sherry versus Henry. It's January, by the way, but there's no rules. I'm gonna give it to Max Sherry, 2-0. I just thought he was a lot more consistent with his punches. Like Henry's angles are a bit questionable. Like he has like he brought up the thing about Max Sherry having bought a sheep. And then you can play on that. You've got, all right, cool, that's a good angle. You can now play with that and advance on him having a sheep and do like something to do with a sheep. But what he ended up doing is like saying about how he stick his fingers down his throat for feedback, which is it's not relevant to him buying a sheep. It's like you had something there where you can create something, and then you went like just didn't execute an angle that you created for yourself. That's just one example, but that's just like how I felt the whole battle played out. It's like you kind of created kind of good angles for yourself, but then you didn't execute it. And I'm going to give it to Max Sherry. He was just a lot quicker with the punches. Bang, 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 bang. No bullshit. Not a lot of fat on his material, which is what I like. So yeah, I'll give that to Max Sherry. Congratulations. See you in the final, boy.
Right, Henry versus Max Sherry. That was a sick battle. I think they both went in material on point, like a lot of laughs in there and stuff, and I think they broke each other down really well, to be honest. I'd say first round I'd edge it to Henry, just because I think his breaking down was a bit better. Mac had a few throwaway things here and there, you know, like I'm saying the presents, Christmas Eve thing, like it was a bit, yeah, verdict before, you get me. So I think Henry's, you know, breakdown on that was really good and got me for the first round. Second round, then to Mac, I think he came back very strong and his breakdown was like sick, and I was thinking, oh shit, he might actually have this one. And then yet again Henry came back, yeah, and even though he has a bit more of a slow build up to stuff, yeah, I think like the points about the sheep and shit in man's house and that, yeah, that was just fire, you get me? And I just think he did a really good job. It was a close, very close battle, but I would have just edged it to Henry.
Yo, I just watched Max Sherry versus Henry. I'm going to give that one to Max Sherry. Quite a close battle, to be fair. Both did well. Some good bars in there. Not much else to say, man. 2 rounds. It was kind of harder to judge because of that. I would have liked to have heard a third round for a more clear decision, but I am going to edge it to Max Sherry. Need to stop saying that.
Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Impacts. I've just got finished watching Max Sherry versus Henry. I really enjoyed the battle. I think Max Sherry was really good. I think Henry also bought it. I like Max Sherry's structure. I think he had like a lot of good bars. His delivery was on fire. A good mixture of bars and jokes. I really liked the Sean Cray line, the anti-vaxxer line, the Paul the Whitey. But I would say that Max Sherry, both of his rounds were very similar. You know, they were both like the same thing over and over again. Whereas I think Henry switched up a lot more. It was a bit more unique with his style. And I liked the video editing in that. The Mountain to Nothing line, that was sick. Burning through your 20s. I think overall his performance was just a little bit more natural, whereas Max Sherry's one seemed a little bit more rehearsed and forced. So in that sense, I'm going to give it to Henry. So yeah, big up Henry, big up Max Sherry. You both done a sick job. Hold your heads up, and I'll see you next time. Peace.